Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of My Bike. And we're here with Christianne. And I have to say off the top, this is a big day because you're our first female rider interviewee on the podcast. So
Awesome.
welcome.
Thank you for having me.
Cool. Why don't you tell our viewers a little bit about yourself? Where are you from? How long you've been in Idaho?
Yeah, originally from the northwest Chicago suburbs. Grew up there, raised there. Moved out to Colorado 2019-ish, right before COVID. Worked remote from there. Started out in like the Denver area, migrated to Colorado Springs, and then fell in love and moved out here recently. Nice. So just moved out here at the end of March, so it's only been a couple weeks.
Oh, so pretty fresh.
Yeah, pretty fresh, but moved out here and just kind of hit the ground running with the motorcycle stuff. My hobbies out here, just kind of like prepped myself to like make sure I had community and friendships and a life out here.
What do you think of Idaho so far?
It's very similar to Colorado, a little bit of a different like social environment, but the weather, the mountains, it feels like home still.
It feels like home. Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. I'd love to know, how'd you get into motorcycle riding? Tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah, I've always wanted a bike since I was 16. Back in the day when you had your teenage social media page, I think I posted some random like purple pink sports bike. I was like, goals, one day I want that. That's going to be me one day riding that. And then just kind of sat in the back burner for the last 10 years. And then going into my 30s, I was like, I'm just going to do something for myself. I was at kind of a low point in my life, really needed some confidence boost, something that was for me.
Yeah.
So no one in my life knew how to ride, didn't have anyone to show me. So I just signed up for the motorcycle endorsement class, got there the first day, fell in love, went to the Indian motorcycle shop, didn't even have my endorsement yet, and was like, I'm gonna get a bike because I know I'm gonna pass.
I love the confidence.
Yeah, I was like, I'm just gonna get it. So I bought it, I told them I don't have my endorsement yet, but they offered to deliver it. Next day I did pass, and then they delivered the bike. I had to have the guy back it up into the garage for me.
Really?
Because I was like, I'm fresh, never rode. This is my third time on a bike. Can you just bring it in the garage? And then I called up the safety instructor and told him I got this bike in my garage. I'm terrified to ride it. Do you do private lessons?
Yeah.
And so he was really great the last 2 years. He always brought me around onto new roads, parking lots, ran me through drills on my Indian to get me comfortable.
That's awesome. So you had nobody in your family rode?
Nope.
As a 16-year-old, you just saw a motorcycle and you were like,
that's cool.
That's cool. I want to do that.
Yeah. No one in my life rides. I have 3 brothers. My dad likes to joke that I'm his favorite son.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah. I love it though. It's so much fun.
That's cool. So how long have you been riding now?
2 years
2 years
total. So I'm going into my
total.
3rd season now.
Okay, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I love that we're talking about, you got a couple bikes here. You got an Indian, and then you got a Kawasaki Ninja. And I love having a sport bike on here because I have a soft spot for sport bikes. So I'd love for you to tell us about this bike right here. When did you get it? What do you love about it? Tell me about this bike.
Yeah, I just got it last summer. It's a 2025 brand new bike. I impulse buy. Just wanted something different. When I first got a bike, I was kind of back and forth on what kind of style. I just went with a cruiser because being shorter rider, I thought it would be easier to ride that one.
Yeah.
Love that the Indian was my first bike, but this is definitely my fun bike, my go-to bike. I just love the way it makes me feel when I ride it. Yeah. It's easier to maneuver too. Just more lightweight, the way you're sitting on it. It's easier to swerve and take curves for me. So it definitely gives me a little bit more confidence. And it's zippy, so speed never hurts.
Yeah. And it's 500 cc's?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah,
cool.
It's a 500.
Now, there's a sweater on here, and this is on purpose.
Yes.
So tell me about the Moto Mavens. So tell everybody about that.
Yeah. So when I was in Colorado, I was riding a lot alone at first. And over time, I got to the point where I was like, oh, it'd be really nice to have other people out on the road with me, not only to just look out for me, but also I don't want to always think about where I'm riding or like where to go. I can go get lost, but kind of boring after a while. So I joined a women's group down in Colorado Springs. They were all great. It was fun to just go to events and be a part of something. And so when I was moving here, I was hoping to find something similar to that. So I just did an outreach in a local Facebook group and was like, hey, I'm moving here. Where are the local ladies at? Who rides? Who wants to get together? Yeah, I was like, who wants to come hang out? And the feedback was great. I mean, I think the post got well over 100 comments and interactions. So I definitely was like, there's a need for a women's.
Yeah, and there wasn't very many women's only riding groups here?
I didn't find any. I mean, I did some searches on Facebook for some groups. I did some Google searching. I wasn't finding anything. There was, through the Leaders Collective, trying to connect through there because that's who I rode with in Colorado. That seemed to just not be a thing really here anymore. But I got in touch with someone who was previously trying to lead it. And then I also was seeing someone post in the Leaders app that they were trying to get people to go out riding. So I hit her up on social media and was like, hey, you want to make a group with me? And then we got connected with the other girl that was left behind on the Leaders leadership. And before you know it, we were like, let's just start our own thing. We can do all of our own marketing, make it our own however we want it. Yeah. So it just took off from there.
Yeah. And what's the name of your group?
208 Moto Mavens.
Awesome. So tell me a little bit about the group. What's the goals and what's the vision for the group?
Our goal is to make a sisterhood. So we want to be able to get together and ride, but we want to also be able to hang out off the bikes. Like have some Friendsgivings and gift exchange around Christmas, get to have some barbecues. We also really want to start learning as like females how to ride or how to work on our own bikes. I learned how to do my own oil changes and I want to share that with others because, there's this stigma when you go to like a maintenance shop that they're going to oversell you on what you really need to be doing. And being a female, they're always like, oh, like you should do this. And you're like, I don't know what I'm doing, but I want to know what I'm doing. Really just all hang out and be able to ride together, but be friends as well.
Yeah. Yeah. I love that. That's so cool.
Yeah.
And way to go on just like initiating that, and not just like waiting for something, but you're like, oh, I'm going to go after it. Let's start something. Let's get it going. Yeah.
And I think the experience I had in Colorado with that group really pushed me to understand, what events worked for us, what people liked, what people came out to, and be able to take that and try to not replicate it here, but make something similar.
Yeah. That's cool. Have you done any trips on a bike, like any significant, or do you just mostly ride around town?
Ride around town. I'll do some day trips out to the mountains if I can get a few people. I typically don't like to go out there alone. You lose connection, safety stuff. But my first overnight I did was last summer, and it was actually really cool. It was with the Litas in Denver and Colorado Springs, and we rode out to this like middle of nowhere drive-in. Nice. And it was glamping though, so we all had yurts, and we got to set up and watch a movie, make some tacos, and do a bonfire. Cool. It was really fun experience. So I like the idea of overnights, but I have dogs, so I like to come home after a night or two.
Home to the babies.
Yeah. If I don't have them to snuggle at night, they don't sleep well.
That's great.
Yeah.
Do you have any what's a dream trip? If you had an opportunity to do a dream trip, do you have anything like that?
There's so I'm into like aerial stuff. So like aerial silks and pole and stuff like that.
Okay.
So they have this one event in the Pacific Northwest called Dream Roll. And it's like a 3 or 4 night motorcycle women's event, and they do one day they did like a twerk shop. So like you can just go and hang out, and they're all biker chicks, but they do like some fun stuff too. I think I saw on their social media they had like a drag queen come out and perform for them. So it's just kind of like more of like a female hippie circusy type vibe.
Yeah. Gypsies.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. That's awesome.
So that'd be really fun.
Yeah. What is it about like motorcycle culture that you love?
I think one of the biggest things, and I kind of said it before, is when you first start, it's kind of like a solo thing and you kind of find your way of riding and what it means to you. But along the way, you just start to meet other people in the community and it becomes a thing about like shared experience of being out on the road together, looking out for each other. I mean, like just being able to like ride and you throw peace signs at each other, like ride safe, 2 wheels down kind of thing. I think it just makes you feel good that there's other people out there that have the same passion. And, you know, like with the Moto Mavens, really just trying to build upon that culture in the community of bringing people together with common interests.
Yeah. How do people get in contact with Moto Mavens?
So I run point on socials. So if people reach out to me on a post, like a DM in Instagram or Facebook, I'll direct them to I'll give them the link to the Facebook private group. We like to keep things a little bit more private, just for safety reasons, for like event details, locations, times. So everything gets posted within the private group, but if they reach out to me on social media otherwise, we'll connect them to go sign up for it. So
cool. That's so good.
Yeah.
I love that.
Thank you. I'm really excited about it.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. What advice would you give to maybe a person that's like you who's thinking about stepping into riding a motorcycle, has no previous experience? What advice would you give to a woman like that?
Just do it, honestly. I mean, like, yeah, just if you are thinking about it, just take an endorsement class. Like go to Star, go to Harley. Just take a class where they can teach you and show you if you don't have anyone in your life to do that for you. You know, I think there's a few women out there where they have brothers or, you know, a father, family that will get them out on the bike. But anyone that doesn't have that and it's just a thought in your mind to try it, it doesn't hurt to just do the safety class. They'll really set you up for success and getting to know the mechanics of it. So.
Anything you'd love to add or say?
Yeah, I think you asked me one question about some of my favorite experiences.
Oh, yeah.
So I had a few lineups for that.
Give me some of your favorite experiences with the motorcycle.
Yeah, I don't have any negative experiences yet. Luckily, I haven't laid any of my bikes down, knock on wood. But I think one of the coolest things I did it was really difficult, but it was a really sweet ride and view, was called Skyline Drive in Colorado, and it's like a one-way road up a ridge of a mountain with complete drop-offs on the side, and you know you're taking.
Is there like barriers?
No. No.
Makes it even better.
Yeah, I mean, like you have some distance on the sides before you just fall off the road, but like, you know, like you could definitely just.
Yeah. At any point in time.
Yeah.
See you later.
Yeah, so that was really cool. It was scary, but I was really happy I did it because it was a cool ride. And then other than that, I definitely recommend keeping your street bikes on the street. I found myself on a couple dirt roads and I never have a good time on it. So.
That's good advice too.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's good. Are you more of kind of an aggressive rider or like cautious, safety first? Like where do you fit in that?
Yeah, I think there's a good balance there. When I ride alone, I might take a couple more risks. I never really like to go super fast. I don't feel like there's a need for it. At the end of the day, I want to come home. So that's my biggest thing. I'm actually becoming a Star instructor.
Really?
Yeah.
Dude, that's awesome.
Yeah, so I just started taking the online course for it, and then I have the like course range practice to become an instructor at the end of April.
Cool.
So we'll see how that goes. Yeah. I did an audit where you get to go out there and just shadow and see how a class is ran, and it was a really cool experience. I knew it was for me because I was smiling the whole time when like a new rider caught on to something or that someone was struggling and they finally got it. It made me excited for them. So
and you feel like you're like giving back in some shape or form, helping people better their lives, you know, through the lens of the motorcycle.
I mean, my mentor was a safety instructor, and he's been pushing me to become one when I was out in Colorado. So I was like, I'm going to do it, but in Idaho.
Yeah, that's so cool.
So,
that's awesome. I love that you're like giving back, you know, and like just not riding for yourself, but you're including other women in it, and also like resourcing them and helping them with training. And what advice would you give? Like, do you think it's better to start on a cruiser or a sport bike? Like, what's your thoughts on that?
I think it's just your vibe. I think you just go with what your vibe is. I mean, people are always going to tell you to start on a lower CC. I went for an 1100, and I'm so glad I did. Like, people are going to judge me for that, but if I got anything lower, I would have needed to upgrade after a year or after a couple months. So it's scary, but like, just know the power that's beneath you and
kind of grow into it.
Yeah, you just grow into it. I mean, I was terrified of my Indian at first, and now I'm super comfortable on it. So I really think it just depends on your vibe. Also, just make sure you have something where you can touch the ground, or wear some, like for my Ninja, I've got sneakers with a little bit of a wedge in it, so I can be flat-footed, because if I'm on my tippy toes and some like gravel areas, I do slip a lot. But I think starting on either one, I will be honest, when I'm on my Indian, I definitely feel like it brings out more of my like masculine feminine energy, and I'm like, I'm baddie, on my bike. And then when I'm on my Ninja, I feel like I'm just a girl. Like, the vibes I have on each of my bikes. So
that's so funny. I love that. That's so cool. Yeah. Well, Christianne, thanks so much for making time to get on the podcast, and be sure to follow Moto Mavens, and if you're a female rider, join what they're doing, because it's super awesome. And that's all I got.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you
for having me.
All right, everybody, thanks for tuning in. Peace out. Good job. All right.